What's going on, guys? My name is Christopher and welcome to It's Complicated. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get that watch you want on eBay for 10+ more% by getting it outside of eBay and still having your money protected. All right, so you're on eBay and you're looking for a new watch. You've done your homework on the watch, you know the reference number of the watch, you have a general idea what they're selling for on eBay, and now you found, quote unquote, the watch. You trust the seller because that's important when you're buying secondhand. You have to trust the seller if you are gonna make an exchange of a lot of money. Now it's time to negotiate the price. If he doesn't have a best offer option on there, remember, sending him a message is free. Don't send the guy a message and lowball him. If you're looking at a watch that costs $3 grand, don't send the guy and say you'll give him $1,000. Message the guy, work with the guy, be polite. Don't insult him. Don't say your price is so outrageous. Just talk to him and say, hey, you know, I've seen these things sell for this price. Would you accept this price? So you've sent the guy a couple messages back and forth. You've got the price to something a little more reasonable. You're about ready to make the transaction. But what you do not realize is that you are paying another 10% sometimes to eBay for absolutely nothing. eBay's fees have become outrageous. 10% is far too much. I think I sold something recently for like 50 bucks. By the time I mailed it, by the time eBay took the fees, by the time PayPal took the fees, I was lucky to walk away with 30. So if you go through eBay, you're paying 10% plus you're paying 3%, so you're paying 13% above what you're paying. And if it's a really high-end item, you might be paying $250 plus a 3% PayPal charge. If you don't have an eBay store, eBay's max fee is $750. If you do have an eBay store, eBay's max fee is $250. I recently just saved myself $250 by doing this trick. You get the guy off of eBay. Some sellers right away, they're gonna tell you no and they don't wanna get in trouble, yada, yada, yada. But when you do a transaction on eBay, your money's protected by eBay buyer protection. eBay is all about the buyers, okay? But why should you pay eBay $250 or 10% of your purchase price or whatever when you could save that money by getting a direct PayPal invoice? PayPal still protects you the same way eBay does, and PayPal only takes 3%. So how do you get the seller to directly invoice you on PayPal? Well, what you do is you take a picture of a little handwritten note that says call or text and put your phone number and send it. Because remember, we already talked about you trust the seller. There are other ways to do this. You can contact the seller directly on eBay and write out your phone number, but you have to be careful. eBay does monitor communications. You have to be more clever than that. You have to start talking about price and then you have to hide the number in the message. In an extreme case, PayPal could end up charging the seller the final value fee. So you don't want to piss him off either. Like I said earlier, some sellers will not do this. I hit some guy up, some fucking asshole. Okay, I hit him up and I was like, hey, you know, what about this deal? I'd like to save your, I'd like to say eBay's fucking profit margin on this deal. And he comes at me with, how dare you? I would never deal directly outside of eBay. You are blocked, sir. Yeah, well, you don't get my fucking money, and eBay doesn't get 250 extra fucking bucks either. Anyway, so he texts you or call you, and just be honest. Be a regular fella about it, okay? Just tell him, look, I don't want to pay the eBay fee. We're already communicating outside of eBay. Just send me a PayPal invoice directly, and then the transaction secure by PayPal. Get them to email you the PayPal invoice, then you call PayPal on the phone, you wait for them to call you back, sometimes an hour and a half, whatever it takes, you're trying to save money. And then just tell them, hey, I got this invoice in my email. I just wanted to make sure you guys can see the invoice so I know it's legit, and I want to make sure that my money is protected on this transaction. And then they'll look it over with you and they'll tell you if you are protected or not. And then use a credit card. Even if you got the cash to do it in the bank, just use the credit card because the credit card companies protect you too. And no, bank cards are not counted as credit cards. They do not offer the same protection. Use a credit card. I'm talking Amex, Discover, Visa, MasterCard, Barclay, Capital One, whatever. So now not only are you protected by PayPal against fraud, now you're protected by your credit card company against fraud. When you go to pay, just double check everything, make sure it all looks good, make sure it's the right reference number. I mean, triple check this, especially if you're talking thousands of dollars. Make sure you're not sending the money as a gift. Don't ever do that because then you have zero protection. You want the invoice, and on an invoice, it automatically ticks the box that it's not a gift, it's for a good or service. Double check that box just in case. You complete the transaction, you get the watch you wanted, and you've saved yourself a lot of money. Quick example, My friend negotiated a $1,400 watch down to a $1,200 watch, and I told him, you know, if you can get the seller to now get off of eBay, you will save another 120 fucking buckaroonies. You're talking about getting the watch for $10.80. Saving money is a big deal in the watch game. So that's how you can save an extra 10% on eBay, by getting off of fucking eBay. Fuck eBay, fuck their fees. They are outrageous. It doesn't just have to be wristwatches either. You can use this free information that I'm giving away here, and you can use it to negotiate better deals for anything off of eBay in the future. So that ends this episode of It's Complicated. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends. I'm still uploading on Tuesdays and Fridays, and I'll see you next time on another episode of It's Complicated.